Well, hey guys, this is DK Spencer, and I've got a new product here to show you guys. So, Shooter's Gate sent me out this light and wanted to know if I would review it on the channel. So, this is the HML1 600 lumen pistol light. So, I'm going to put a link for the light. I'm also going to put a discount code for 10% off. And then I'm also going to put a link for just the overall website. So this is a website designed or geared for firearms, not less lethal. But there's a lot of stuff that bleeds over, as you guys know. So make sure to check them out. There's definitely some stuff there that can work on your less lethal launchers, whether it just be optics or lights or lasers. There's also some AR-15 stuff that will work on, some of the AR-15 clone less lethal stuff like VKSs and whatnot. So anyway, you can check it out. The reason I've got these three launchers on the table is because these are the three launchers that I found would fit this light. Unfortunately, this light, and it does seem to be a really good quality light, but unfortunately it does not adjust. So, bear that in mind. So, for example, on the X68 Intrabuster, the TRP, or a First Strike FSC with a comp on it. Now, I didn't try it with every different kind of comp I had, but I did try it with the Merciless Lethal comp, which is, very popular. I guess I could try it. I'll try it before the video's over with one of the Home Defense 24 comps on one and just check and see. But it did not fit any of those. It was just slightly off as far as the spacing goes. Now, it fits on these perfect, and these are modeled after, real firearms, and it does fit on the Byrna perfect. So I feel like that if you're using it on a real firearm, it's going to fit perfectly fine. But some of the less lethal stuff, the spacing on the, where the rail starts at the trigger guard, most of the stuff's going to have the spacing right between each notch. But the thing of it is, sometimes they don't start at the exact right place from the trigger guard. So it was either going to be too far away from the trigger guard, or it was going to be so close that you couldn't, get it to fit right. So, yeah, just bear that in mind. So these three definitely works on them. Anything real, I'm going to assume that it does work. Seems like it's a really, really good quality. I'll eat a sandwich and show you some more. Okay. All right, so let's look at the back of the box here. All right, there's the back of the box. So runtime 1 minute to 60 minutes. I'm not sure what that means. I don't know why it has a range. Obviously it's going to run 1 minute. But anyway, so impact resistant, waterproof, always a bonus. This does have a strobe on it. So 600 to 100 beam intensity. I don't think this has a high and low. But anyway, so military standard 1913 Picatinny rail, Glock, and Weaver rails. Okay, so there you go. All right. So here it is on the PPQ. One thing I really, really dig about it is that it charges with a USB-C. That's great. So unlike the Olight stuff and a lot of the other stuff that has a special charger that you have to make sure you have, in your pocket if the thing goes dead or whatever, anybody's got a USB-C, right? It's hard to go somewhere and not find a USB-C. But if you don't leave the house with your Olight magnetic charger, then you're not going to be charging your Olight. So that right there, really, really nice. I like the way it's designed. It's a smooth look. Not crazy about it having the hole right there. I would, it looks good, but I would prefer something to be solid there or whatever, just so you're not seeing stuff through it. But it does work. It works for it. It the lines work really well. Seems to be really, really well made. Good solid body. Probably my favorite thing about it is the way the buttons work. So they're kind of protected. I don't know if you can see that, but yeah, there you go. So they're kind of, encased in that. So basically, if you push, if you just hit them forward or sideways or whatever, there's basically no way to turn it on unless you're pushing straight down. And they have a nice, good feel to them. And then the strobe you can activate just by double tapping. And a lot of lights this size, you don't see a strobe. Like the O lights that, like the O Light Mini, and a lot of other stuff like the Balder S, Balder Mini, Valkyrie Mini. None of those have strobes on them. And that would be kind of similar to the size that you're dealing with here. So the fact that it has a strobe, A-OK, and definitely bonus that it's got a strobe you can activate with one hand. So like even the bigger O-Light stuff, like, the full-size Valkyrie PL3s and stuff, you have to use a two-handed grip to activate the strobe because you have to hit both buttons at the same time. So that I really like. Charging I really like. The buttons I really like. So let's, I'll tell you what, I'm going to show you real quick just what it looks like on the other stuff. All right, so there it is on the Glock. And that's obviously what it would look like on a real Glock 17. So, looks good, looks good. Yep. And there's what it looks like on the Byrna SD. I think it actually looks the best on that, honestly. I like that. So, yeah, good times. So, let's take it outside at Dark 30 and see what it looks like. Alright, let's check this guy out. Looks like there might be a deer down there looking at us. There he is. Her. There, her. Oh, there's a couple. Let's strobe them. Ooh, there's 3. So that's a pretty doggone good light. And the buttons, I really like the buttons. And I really like the fact that you can cut the strobe on with one hand. It's not a very fast strobe. Fast enough to be effective, but it's not like a really, really fast, disorienting. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's disorienting, but I've seen, some that are a little more like crazy. Hey, I just woke up. I'm one of those people that goes to bed before it gets dark, so I have to get up early to do this. Alright, we'll leave the deer alone for a little bit. Let's look up here. So that's about 50 yards away. There's something's eyes up there. And it does have I think it's got another, let's see here. Oh, look, I was thinking it had 2 modes, but maybe not. The buttons are freaking excellent, though. Like, they are really excellent. They don't turn on unless you hit them straight down. And then, so if you, it's kind of like a lot of other lights. If you just push down on it and hold it and let it go, it cuts off. If you tap it down, it stays on. You don't have to keep your finger on it. So, what's up, little fellas? Yum, 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 yum. Alright, cool. And there it is with the Home Defense 24. So it fits the Home Defense 24 comp just like it does the Mercy Less Lethal comp. So it's either too far away or too close. So, see, yep. So anyway, alright. Hey, it's worth a shot, right? Alright guys, y'all make sure to like this video, subscribe to my channel. I've got like 2,000 videos about mostly less lethal stuff, air guns, explosions, some crossbows and whatever. And I don't know, it's just fun. Just have fun with it. Alright.